All right, we're live. Here we are. Welcome to the Google Educator Group event, creating videos in 5 minutes on Chrome and Chromebooks. And this is exciting. I'm Elizabeth McCarthy. I'm Google Educator Trainer. I also teach online and have worked in schools in Vermont for a while using media. So this particular topic is fun. I hope it'll be a fun one for all of us. And maybe our other participants here could introduce themselves.
Hi,
Lucy?
I'm Lucy DeLabriere, and I am a Google certified teacher and a Google education trainer, and I currently teach at the University of Vermont and Marlborough College after a 30-year career in K-12 education, and I'm excited to be sharing these creative ways to use Google tools.
And I'm Kelly Wilson. I'm the Technology Integration Specialist for Rutland Central Supervisor Union. I work primarily with teachers and students K-8, and I've also been a classroom teacher 3rd grade through 6th grade.
Awesome. Well, this is exciting. So before we get started, maybe I'll talk a little bit about the format. The presenters here, the three of us, will each share some of the video tools that we're excited about and spend about 5 minutes on each. But for you as viewers, if you're viewing through the Google Educator Group event window, you should see, let me see if I can actually showcase that. And so I'm going to share my screen right now and see if we can get to that. And here we are. So here in the event, the live window event, oh, now it's because we're live, you don't see it. And you should have seen, there it is, at the top. You should see a Q&A button right there. If you click on that Q&A button, you can ask us questions, which will go to our window, and well, between our demonstrations, we'll look at those and answer any questions you might have. So I'm going to go back to our screen and unshare, and there we go. And I don't see any questions yet, so we'll keep checking those and as we go through the presentation. And we're going to start with Kelly.
Great. So I'm going to start by sharing my screen, and we're going to talk about slideshows in YouTube. And so the first thing that we'll do is we'll just simply go to youtube.com. Now, the first thing I want you to notice is make sure that your icon is right here. If not, it'll say sign in, and you want to make sure that you're signed in so that you can create something spectacular. So first, we'll go and click on upload. And you'll see right here on my screen it says photo slideshow. We're going to click on create. And what it's going to bring you to is all of your photos that you've uploaded to Google+, and any of your photo albums that you have. And then you can also upload photos that are straight from your desktop as well. So I can simply click on any one of my photos, and this album right here has 37 photos in it. So I might want to select that. Let me just show you what upload photos would look like. I click on upload photos, and you can select photos from your computer, and then it'll give you just different aspects of your computer where you can select from. So let's go back to my photos. I'll click on this album right here. This is a 3D Vermont project that we're working on currently. So you'll notice that now all of my photos have showed up here. It's really simple to move pictures around, and to be able to put them in any order that you'd like to just by clicking and dragging. Also, you'll see the X right in the corner of the screen here will let you take out any photos that you might not be super excited with. So then I'll go through, check all my photos, and click on next. I can also, if I wanted to add more, I could add more photos right here. Now, this section right here will let me add some audio features. As you might know, within YouTube, we don't want to break any copyright laws, so we want to make sure that we're adding music that is we are given the rights to. So they're going to give you a list of top tracks. You can listen to them as you go through. You might want a little bit of Mozart. And then down here we have our slide duration, our slide effects. So I can either have it pan and zoom as we're going through, or I can have it do nothing. I can choose from a bunch of different of the transitions. So if I choose this transition, you'll be able to see how it's a little bit different. The one thing I'd suggest, and we're going to go into some of the advanced views for just a second, thinking about how long you want your slides to be. I talk a lot with my students and my teachers about we don't want them too long because we don't want students to get, or viewers to get bored. We also don't want them too short because one of the things I'm going to show you right now is the advanced editor. We can add text into our slideshow right here. So I have each clip right here that I might want to add some text into it as well. Just by clicking on my text icon, I can see that I might have, you know, different options here where I could add to it as well. So now when I'm ready, if I've added my text, I've got all my photos here, I've added in a little bit of music, I'm going to go to Create Video. And it's going to process my video. Now right here, I'm not sure why, but it should have given us the option. Let me go back a few steps. Just real quick to talk about the publishing options, wanting to make sure that when you're publishing this with your students, you're thinking about that you want it to be either public, private, unlisted. Here we go, right here. This is what I was looking for. Making sure that I like to put things as unlisted so that parents can share them with grandparents, but they're not out there to anybody. And you can also, if you have students who aren't supposed to be on the internet, making that private. And then you'll hit done. It'll send you an email link, and there you go. All right.
Awesome.
Nice job, Kelly.
Yeah, thank you, Kelly. That was great. Well, there's my
And
timer.
there's your timer. Perfect.
Yay. All right. Okay. Good. So to build on that, that was, let's see if we have any Q&A, questions and answers here. None yet. No, that's good. So you did a lot of the work for me, which is really nice, because I was going to show YouTube Video Editor, which is very similar to the features you just showed, but maybe just a few more options. So I'm just going to go right to it. So I'm going to share my screen, and let's do this. And share, go down, make sure I'm on the right. So again, I logged into YouTube, I'm in my account, and you click on the upload button. There is another way to get there, but this is the simplest way, as Kelly just showed. And again, here's another way to start with it as unlisted. There's several places you can change it, but even though I'm not uploading right now, so the same list, same on the right, create videos. Instead of slideshow, you're going to click on video editor. And from here, I have some projects already, but I'm going to click on a new project and place it. And so it pulls up videos from my YouTube account already that I've already made. So if you don't have any, what you would do is to upload them. But I already have them in there. And you can, and again, just like in the editor Kelly just showed, we have one track here for videos and another track down here for audio. And so I'm going to add a video that I have here. You can either drag it down or just click the plus button. and it adds it to the timeline. I might want to include some stills. What? Excuse me. What? That actually was the wrong video, so I'm going to go back. I don't want one with sound, so I'm going to click on that. And so that's a motion picture video. I want some stills as well, and just like in the photo slideshow, you have the same options of uploading your photo albums. Because I use an Android phone, I sync my photos directly to my Google Plus account, which I can access easily right through here. So I have an album already. I click on it, and it quickly pulls it in because it's all Google Plus, the same account. And again, you can select through your storyboard just by the plus button, adding those photos down in there and dragging and dropping. They're all 5 seconds in time. And but now say you want to clip, just like in the other one, I want to clip this shorter. You simply click on the split the clip and then just delete the end piece. So now it's 10 seconds instead of 13. I'm going to click on that. Now if I want to edit just this little video, I'll just select it. So that's selected. I can drag it shorter. Up here I can auto fix, and I can also slow motion, which is really a fun little option for videos or short video clips. So now I'm going to now to get back to the timeline, I just click on the camera. And say I wanted to edit just this little picture, I can again make it longer or shorter. But the options are here. Now say I want to make a still picture almost come to life. You can use the pan and zoom. Now you don't have much control over the timing, but it's an option. Now I'm going to click on this. Okay, and again, just like the transitions, you just drag them in. You can make them shorter and longer. You could add a title, and so say I'm going to add something down here to the end. You could put that one in the beginning too. You gotta spell it, the end, and bring that here. And again, audio. Now, what's different? Let's see. So here I have genres. Again, I can pick from all kinds of genres, and you know, to me, this takes the longest time because you're listening to the right kind of music because you want all the elements to fit. So just say something worked, I can drag it down in just to the, or hit right here this little plus button, and there. And so there we go. So I'm going to pause that, but you can see how long the music is. So I'm going to actually just shorten that up a little and bring that over. This. Another nice little feature I like is if, say you're telling a story, you want text right on that one picture, Sunwalk. You can actually click that. It enables a little banner underneath just for that one picture. So there's a lot of nice features, transitions, edit splits, music, and then again, create video. It'll save it right to your YouTube account. Once it's done, you can actually find it in your video manager here. And in Video Manager, again, all your videos are listed. This is where if you want to delete videos, go back and edit the permissions. See, it's still rendering. But I can go back here and edit and make these change. Again, it's unlisted instead of I don't want people commenting, and then save changes. And again, you can go back to your Video Manager. And when it's done rendering, you'll have access to it, and you can share it with others. So there. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And
great job, Elizabeth. You did that in 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Way to go.
Oh, whew, that was good. That took me a while. All right. So there's a
questions.
All right. You want to address them?
I will just actually. I had 2 questions. So one of them was, in the sound, can you put the audio clip under one piece or only part of the video? Do you know that?
Well, what you could do is you'd have to shorten it. You know, you could shorten it and put it under that, and then I think you might be able to bring down another one and shorten. I generally YouTube, to me, it's more background music than Yeah.
The other question, Elizabeth, we have is, what are the terms of service? Can kids under 13 use the YouTube tools?
That's a good question. Do you know the answer to that, Lucy?
Actually, the terms of service for under 13 are that I don't think they can have their own account, but there are ways that students could use the YouTube tools, which I'm going to show one of the ways where they could contribute, and then we're going to show a few other tools, apps later that they could also work with. I think under a classroom account with supervision, that would most likely work, and with parental permission, of course, you definitely want parental permissions if students were using YouTube.
Yeah.
But I do not believe that students under 13 can have their own YouTube turned on.
Oh, I think they can, because I think there's a difference between, unless it's changed, but I think there's YouTube with the channel where you have to have a Google Plus account, and then there's YouTube. Just, it may have changed, but I think there were two kinds of YouTube accounts, and we can clarify this and put it in the community. But even so, it's outside the core app, so you would need permission, parental permission, if it isn't even if it's not part of the Google Plus thing.
One of the things that I've been seeing, which has pleased me, is that EdTech community is becoming responsive to teachers' desire to have more choices if they have parent permission. So I think that your SIPA says that you cannot use certain tools without parental permission. And if your students are under 13 and they collect any type of personal information. But I have seen several EdTech folks, including PresentMe, which we're going to talk about later, and I looked at their terms of service, and they said, if you're under 18 under PresentMe, your teacher takes responsibility for obtaining parental permission. It actually said that in their terms of service. And that's not the only one. WeVideo has also change their terms of service that says with parental permission. So I think that we're seeing vendors and developers be more interested in providing these tools for teachers and changing their terms of service so that they're SIPA compliant and with permission they can be used.
Yeah, cool. All right, so let's see, where are we now? Do we have any more questions, or is that the questions?
Those are the two questions that I see out there.
Okay, questions, right. Okay, select. There. Okay, what are the terms? And then that's done. Good. What? Yeah, okay. You want to go, Lucy?
I guess so. So let me make sure that I am muted and that my speakers are on. Great. So I am going to build on what the two of you did and show a feature that I really like, and that is using email posts. And that kind of goes along with the question we just had about whether students under 13 can submit videos to YouTube. If you have students who are under 13, they can definitely do this first part, and that is to create a collaborative video together. Oops, let me share my screen. Forgot to do that part. Entire screen. There we go. So that is to build a collaborative video together with email and student devices. So many of our students are using devices at a younger and younger age. We're seeing them do Vine, which are 8-second videos, and they're good at creating short 8-second videos for Vine. They're good at taking selfies, so why not have them use those tools to go out and do a collaborative video that might be an assignment or a field trip that they're doing together. And in this case, what I got the idea from doing a happy birthday video. Many of us from different locations use this to create a video for Elizabeth for her birthday. So if you've got email and can take a video, then you can do this. I want to say that as a teacher, I set up a separate channel to collect all these videos so that the videos that I collect from my students don't end up in my Gmail account. And after you've set up your separate channel, click on the YouTube setting and that will bring you to a place where you can see an email, a special mobile upload email address. I've blurred it out here, and you can change that as often as you like by just hitting the click here button. But we're going to copy that mobile email address using Control-C, and then I create an email and send that mobile address, actually put it right in the carbon copy, and send that address to whoever I want to collaborate, whether it's my whole class or whether it's just 3 colleagues. I send that funky mobile address, and you can't change it and make it friendlier, but once they click on it, they can add it as a new contact. So I tell my students, add this as a new contact. This was for a project we did called CML, and everybody added it as CML YouTube. And then I gave them a prompt, and they went out and took short pictures or short videos. Maybe it will be the birthday video, maybe it will be show your understanding, maybe it's observation of a science project and everybody uses their video, their device to capture a short observation, and they attach it as an attachment. The reason I say short is because your email address, if it's Gmail, can only send 25 megs of video. And notice that if you attach it, don't send the link, attach it, put a good subject line, have your students put their names in the subject line or something that you'll know it's from them, and send it to that contact with that special email address, it will show up in your uploads. So for this demo, I asked Kelly, could she share the view from her window and from her office? And I also did the same thing. I created a short video with the view from my office, and you're going to see that they're quite a bit different, the views from our individual office. Let me go with my dashboard, my video manager here. And when I go to my video manager, oh, you know what? I actually created this on a special channel. So let me go to that special channel. And there we go. And I'm going to go to that channel, and there's the view from Kelly's office right here, which has a lot of snow, and the view from my office as we are driving to Texas. So when you go to upload, I'm going to click on upload. I will use the same tools that Elizabeth just showed, and that is the video editor. And I am going to pick the view from my Texas office, crossing into Texas. And that's a 10-minute video. Play it, make sure I've got the right one. And once it shows up, I'll drag it down. Oops, drag it from here. You may notice the dry roads will be a little bit different than the one we're going to see from Kelly. And you have to click outside in the gray area here. And now I'm going to pick the view from Kelly's office. Looks a little bit different. And she's near the mountains. I'll put it right next to it. And now we have 2 different videos. You can use any of the video editing tools. You can trim them. But when you're done, I'll give it view from our office. Change the title. View from our offices. Compare and contrast there. Hit create video. It'll take a little while to process. But when you're done processing, let me go back to my uploads on this particular class account. And then you will see that I have a collaborative video now called View from Our Offices.
You still there, Lucy?
I am. And so that is the view from our office made in Google Tools. Let me find and stop sharing my screen so I can go back in. Here we go. Stop sharing. Sorry about that. So that was how to create a collaborative video from different people using their devices, having them email a video to you.
Oh, that was really cool. Wow.
Awesome.
Did I do it in 5 minutes?
10. Yeah, I lost track, but it's got 5 seconds. You did it. That's it.
Great. So if your students are under 13, they could submit videos from their devices, and then you could bring them all together and use the photo method or the collaborative video editing method that Elizabeth showed.
Nice. That's great. Cool. Yeah. Have you used that in other than the birthday thing in a classroom?
I've used it a lot with creating photos, and I've also used it for exit or reflection. Everybody take their video and do a 10-second reflection at the end of an event or something you've learned. When in Tech Savvy Girls Camp, I had all the girls say something like, I'm tech savvy because I can do this. And then we had this nice 20-person video all of a sudden with all their reflections and how they felt confident about their new skills.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah, now that you start to see it, you can start thinking about all the potential ideas for using it. Cool.
A little tip that I want to just mention is that I had my iOS device, those, I mean, not short, the same length of video was less megabytes on my iOS device than it was on my Nexus 7, so I had to adjust my settings a little bit on my Nexus 7 to make it not HD quality in order to get them to email, even short videos. Little tip.
Oh, okay, great. So I think I don't see any other questions. So maybe we can, the next, moving off of YouTube, I think we were talking a little bit about making videos with screencasting tools. And I think Kelly, you're going to show one. There's several options, but the one I think Kelly will demonstrate one. I think that's pretty popular.
So I'm going to show you all today one of my favorites, and it's called Screencastify. And I use this to flip professional development with my teachers and also encourage my teachers to use this with their students, and just think it's great teaching tool. So let me share my screen with you. And so first, just real quick, we'll go into the apps, the web store. This is where you're going to grab Screencastify. And so all you'll do is come into the Chrome store and start typing Screencastify. And what you're going to notice here is we have apps and we have extensions. Screencastify is an extension, so you'll see I have it already. But you just click on the blue free button and add it. And then it's going to appear right up here with your other extensions. So when I click on Screencastify, it lets me capture a few different things. It'll let me capture just the tab that's currently open on my computer, which in this case would be the Chrome Web Store tab. When I use it, I tend to want to capture my whole desktop because I might be flipping back and forth between tabs. And then you can also just capture yourself on the camera. And so let's go back and look at some different options. When I capture my whole desktop, I obviously have my audio selected. I want my microphone there. Video, I can have myself in the bottom screen right here as I start recording. So I might start explaining and start recording. I press start recording. And then it'll ask me what I want to start recording. I want to record the entire screen. I'm going to click share. And so right now you'll see that I have this dot right here. It lets me know that I'm recording everything that I'm pointing out. So I can flip-flop back and forth. I can go to a new tab and talk about anything that's on this tab. I can go back here. And then when I'm done, I just press my stop recording there. And so right now you'll see that I have... So what you'll notice is the minute I press stop recording, I'm going to get a preview right here of everything that I recorded. You can see my face down here, that my students could see me as I'm recording. I can be talking right to them, giving it a little bit more of a personal feel to it. So then I have some other options. I can crop this and so as right I want now to. You'll see that and then I can also, and so it just keeps replaying. My favorite feature of this is the share feature, because we were talking about YouTube earlier. We can share directly to YouTube, or you can also share right to your Google Drive. So it's so easy for you to share out with the community. And again, that privacy setting, either public, unlisted, or private. And then we click upload. You know, if I'm doing something for the kids, I might share it unlisted. A lot of times when I do these for teachers, I make them public because I want other teachers to be able to benefit from this as well. And so then you'll go ahead and click upload. And when you upload it, let me go to a new tab. And I go to my Google Drive in here, you're going to notice that Screencastify is going to create a folder in here for you of different, let me go and find it. Where did it go? It's in here somewhere. Here we go. So my Screencastify folder is automatically created for me. When I click on it here, you'll see here are some other screencast videos that I've created, and I noticed that I've forgotten to give this particular screencast name. I can either change it within my Google Drive, or I could come back here, and it's very easy to edit it right from there. If I were going to share this on YouTube, again, I could share this right here, click the upload button. So very, very simple ways of uploading it, and then it'll upload directly to my YouTube channel, and down here it also gives you the direct link that you can go to or send your students or teachers to. So again, very easy to use. Very easy to organize either within your YouTube channel or within your Google Drive. So that is my Screencastify spiel.
Very good. Well, perfect timing.
All right.
Oh, cool. Nice. Well, we also have a video which we'll make available done by Jen. It's using Snagit, so it's very similar, but there are some a little differences with the two. Kelly, do you actually have students use those Screencastify?
We do. We have our older students use it, just because our younger students aren't quite there yet. But.
Yeah. I teach online for CCV, and I really want my students to present, and so that's one of the tools they use when they're showing their Google presentations, and I make them put their face in it, and it's really scary for people. But I think that's something we ask all students, and is to be able to give oral presentations, and to be able to do that online, it's a nice way to do that. It gives that option. So cool. So thanks.
Definitely.
I've also seen some teachers of younger students who are using Google Slides will screen share. So the teacher might be doing it, but then the students might be speaking and having the video camera either pointing towards the student or just capturing the student voice with casting tools such as Screencastify and MoveNote, and Snagit, which Jen will share. Jen Robert from Colchester, one of our colleagues, could not be here today. She was boarding a plane, and the Wi-Fi on the plane would not let her do Google Hangouts. She graciously made a couple of videos on those tools that we'll put in the Hangout notes.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I can imagine, for reading, for students to practice their reading, and then watch it back, that would be a real effective tool.
And it's nice that the unlisted and private options were there right away, Kelly, not like as an afterthought.
Exactly. No, the sharing features of Screencastify are so simple. It's you know, makes it really user friendly.
Yeah, and also to drive, that's simple to drive. Now I've found you can easily take a Google Drive video and embed it in your Google site. It's much easier than it used to be. So, and the fact that with Google Apps for Ed domains, the spacing is free now for your drive space. So it's a great hosting.
Well, and I've also shared my Screencastify folder with all the teachers already so that I don't have to continue to share things with them as I upload. It's just automatically dropped there, and then the teachers, whenever they have time, can go in and check, and it automatically appears there for them.
Nice. Good. So I think we have another, no questions. So, I don't see any questions.
I actually turned off my Q&A. Let me put it back on.
Nothing yet, but you're on next, Lucy.
Okay, and I actually am building on what Kelly just did with her Screencastify, and I'm going to share my screen in a second, but I'm going to make a video in 5 minutes using Creative Commons videos, and then add to that video a video that I made giving instructions on how to do this using Screencastify. So I used your method, Kelly, and added a couple more things to it, and that's some Creative Commons videos. So let me share my screen. And pick desktop. And there we are. Okay, so I created this Google slide to be the title slide of the video I'm going to make, and I used it in Google Drive. And because we only have 5 minutes, I won't go into all the different ways to use Creative Commons and what it is, but the first thing you'll want to know is that Creative Commons has a great website at creativecommons.org where you can find all types of resources, audio, videos, and pictures that the author or creator has given you permission to use under certain terms, and those are all explained under creativecommons.org. And if you go into creativecommons.org, you will see a search box, and you can search for this type of content, and YouTube is one of the choices. So when you want to search for YouTube videos you can reuse, you can go directly to creativecommons.org. But you can also go right to your YouTube editor. And when you go to your YouTube editor, the one that Elizabeth just showed you, and hit upload, you'll find the editor down below. One of the things you'll be able to do is to search for Creative Commons video. Let me move over to my YouTube editor and show you what that looks like live. And I will go to create, and actually I'm going to hit upload because I hit audio by mistake here. So when I go to YouTube editor, you may not have noticed, but there is a little Creative Commons video link right here with the 2 C's. When I click on that and search for pictures of the moon, videos of the moons, of skiing, vacations, whatnot, I'm actually going to search for videos of Creative Commons. As I was preparing this, I said, I wonder if anybody else has made pieces that are really good and that I can reuse. And sure enough, I found this great video, and it was very well done. And I didn't want to use the whole 3 minutes of this video, but because I had a Creative Commons license, I was able to use part of this video. I thought, oh, this is a really good piece that I'd like to use. So I'm going to click on pause for a minute. I'm going to drag that video down to my timeline. And then a very inspiring piece that I wanted to use, I'm going to leave that there for right now. And then I'm going to click outside in the gray area And I previewed these before, and I found there was another really interesting one that had great definition that was done using the RSA Animate feature. And this one right here. And I really like that one. And again, it's a Creative Commons video. I brought it down. Sorry, we'll bring it down here. Now I've made a video with 2 Creative Commons video, but I don't want the whole thing. I just want parts of it. So when you only want a part of the video, what you do is you click on it, click here, and then move over to the area that where you want the video to start. And I think it was at 54 seconds. I had looked at this earlier. And then you hit that little scissors, which splits it into 2. And so at that point, I can delete the part that I don't want, the very first part, click on the video, and then when I click on the video that I don't want, I can X out of that and just keep the part of the video that I do want. I can do the same thing with my next video. It's a little small on my screen right now, but this little X is what you want to get rid of. Now I have only the part of the video that I want. I'll split the other one a little bit later. But once you have both of those, you would, of course, just hit Create Video. Those are the 2 sections I want. Or you could go in and add content from your own video series. So here I am now back into the video uploads, and those are my uploads. Oh, is that 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. All right, I'll just mention that I can drag over the part that I did, which was how to create a Creative Commons video, so that you can watch the last couple minutes. And once they're all together, if I can take 20 seconds to just show you that when you go to the end here, the basic info, click on Advanced Settings, and you can go down and change your own licenses for your video so that they're Creative Commons also. So I will put the link to the video. How do I get out of my screen share here? Right here. I'll put the link to the video that I made with other people's videos that were Creative Commons licensed. And of course, I made my new video with a Creative Commons license, so you can use it too and chop it up and use it any way you want. I'll put that in the show notes or the Hangout notes.
Oh, that was great. I always forget to use that Creative Commons, and it's so simple.
Well, there were 10,000 videos put up by YouTube in 2011 when they launched this. By 2012, there were 4 million Creative Commons videos out there. I don't know how many there are in 2015, but imagine that it's a lot more than 4 million now. You know, some of it is cats and puppies and cute little, but some of it is really scientific or political speeches, so you can do there's a lot of content out there. Again, this is for older students when they're creating and mixing, because I did do a quick lookup, and the terms of service for YouTube says that you do need parental permission, and it does say that with parental permission, students under 18 can use it, but it does explicitly say on the terms of service that students under 13 should use other tools, which I think is going to lead us to what Elizabeth is going to talk about next, for creating, not for watching.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, since it's so tied into Google Plus now, and you have to be over 13 to use that. So, thanks. That was really useful to see that. So I don't see any questions, do we? Let's see. No questions. Yeah. So our last, well, I don't know if it's our last, but the next thing that I'm going to show is WeVideo, and I'll try to do it in 5 minutes. I don't know. It's a lot in the air, but I think what it will showcase is for not only younger students, but if you need other features that aren't available in some of these other tools, that WeVideo offers it, and there's both a free version and a paid version. And the free version I used with students, and we're fine. I've also tried the paid version, which is a really nice management tool. I'm not going to get into that now, but so I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to go to WeVideo. Now, if you're a Chromebook school or using Chrome, I'm going to leave that page, and you can push it into through your Google apps, and students would have access to the link here. But I've noticed they've changed it, so it really essentially sends you to their website. And I'm logged in using my Google account, and I'm going to my hub. And in my hub, these are videos that I've made, my projects. So I'm going to click on the projects. And here, again, being organized is really important with video and media, so you can create project folders and keep them in there. And I'm going to create a new video. And sometimes, depending on your bandwidth in schools, the opening of the video editor is what takes time. And because I'm now in a, yeah, there, it's opening. I'm also in a Hangout, so it's using bandwidth. So sometimes it's problematic. But so this is the editor opening up. And so getting used to the interface, it's a little different from the simple one, but the first thing you want to look at is up here, this little drop down, which is hard to see. You have 3 options for timelines: Storyboard, Timeline Simple, and Timeline Advanced. I'm going to showcase the Advanced because then we'll see all of the features, and that's what I use with my students. Just like in some of the other videos we saw today, it comes untitled. You need to give it a title. So I'm going to go number 6, give it save that, and I got to add content. Now here's my project media, and there's nothing in there. But before I get to that, I want to show the editor tracks versus YouTube. Here I have video track, a main track, audio track, and a voiceover track. So, and you can add other tracks. Now this is sort of a hidden little gem that people forget about. This right here, this timeline settings. Click on that. And click on Show Clip Volume. I'll show you why later. You can also add new tracks. So if you want 3 layers of video highlighting over each other, you can do that. You can delete tracks. So don't forget about that. And then I'm going to upload some media. So I'm going to click Upload. Now I can pull it in from Drive or my other social media, Picasa, which is really my Google+, or from my computer. Once you click on any of these, you have to enable permission to connect to that media, social media, or Google Drive. And here I'm in Google Drive, and again, being organized with the demo folder is helpful. And what you have to do, you can click on little thumbnails here, select your media, and upload. And depending on the resolution, sometimes it's faster than other times. So this seems pretty quick. So here, and now I can actually go back to my timeline. For some reason it's not up there. I don't know. Well, maybe I have to put it into my project. So I'm going to drag it down. It showed up. Here's some of the shots that I brought in. They should be in here. I'm hoping they're all in there. And again, you simply choose from your library. And mine's a little jumpy right now. You should be able to just drag these down. So I'm going to just drag it into the main. So if I bring it into the main video, just drag these down. And again, I'll bring some more down. Let's see. We'll bring this one down here. So you can keep bringing video in, or if you have video, or let's see if I can find my other video. You can, oh, here we go, filter it. So I'm going to filter by videos. So here's some videos that I've already taken and sent. They aren't very good ones, but, or photos. Here are the photos that I've sent. So you can filter, and also date uploaded. So as I go up here, also the audio tracks, it comes with some free audio. It's not, I don't think it's as much as you get in YouTube, but the YouTube free music, you can actually download it and upload it to this. And so I've done that in the past as well. So you can test, you can listen to your music, and again, you just drag it down into the timeline, and you can shorten it. So now this is, because I clicked on, over here where I clicked on Show Clip Volume, well, I'm going to cancel that. this little line shows up. So say I can actually lower the volume at some point and raise it at other points. Because now, say I want to do a voiceover, I'll click on right here, and I'm going to record. This is a test recording for demonstrating WeVideo. And I'm going to save it, and it goes right into the timeline where my playhead was set. You can also move it around. And let's see if it's going to take forever to do. I might have to back out of here because it's taking. There we go. Okay, so this, now I can listen to. This is a test recording, and it's still a little too loud here, so I'm going to lower the song at that point and then bring it in. So I like that little feature, which you don't get in a lot of other options. I'm going to go back to this feature here. So say I double click on a photo and I want it full frame. So you get rid of that black edge. There's a lot of other nice little things you can do with it. You can do a Ken Burns effect. So say I want to start, well, let's see, start like that, and I'm going to end, end at this point. So you're done editing, and so again, it brings your photos to life, a still photo to life. And again, you could go to each one. See the black border, which it doesn't look very nice, and done editing. And again, there's some text. There's, again, transitions you can bring in. And the other thing, let's see, let's do this. So bring in some text. So say I put a text box at the top, bring it over here. And I don't want, I just want to, there we go. So this is my movie. And again, you can change the font if you'd like and hit done editing. And the other thing I didn't want to, let's see if I have that option. No, it doesn't let me. Well, let's do it. Let's see if this. There, you can actually zoom in a little bit of where it is done. And but what I didn't like was this photo. I hadn't done the full screen. There we go. So that, as you see, there's lots of different options. You could add more tracks, more sound. The one thing there's also available is themes, and with my students I tell them they can't use themes because to me creating the movie is understanding the elements of design where motion, music, visuals all are part of your story, but that's available if you do want it. And again, the options of different transitions. And then to publish. So you simply click publish, and in the free version there's a watermark, and it goes to WeVideo automatically. You can also send it to Google Drive, so I'm going to send it to my Google Drive. And it takes a little while depending on the size, and I think you get. What you can do too, if there's a limited amount of space to use in your hub, but if you go back to your hub and remove some of the media and videos you've already sent somewhere else, it will replenish your availability of space. So that's just some of the features available in WeVideo. I think it's worth using with students and that don't have access to YouTube. And I think I should be out of time. Am I?
We didn't put the timer on at the end. We knew that we wanted to see all that you could show about WeVideo. Since the WeVideo is an option, a fantastic option for Chrome users and Chromebook schools for creating videos, and it does take care of a lot of the challenges that have come up about YouTube in this Hangout on Air and in our conversations with teachers who teach younger kids, in that WeVideo does have in its terms of service that WeVideo for education can be used, and they've built in a way to collect parental permissions. So I just have to say thank you to the developers who are being responsive. Elizabeth and I actually talked to Bjorn from WeVideo and asked him about the terms of service. And within a week, maybe within 2 days, he turned around and more user-friendly. So I think we're seeing fantastic responses by some of the developers there. The options that you mentioned about bringing in your own music addresses one of the questions in the Q&A right now, Elizabeth, which is, in YouTube Editor, can you choose or upload your own music?
I haven't been able to. No, you can take. Well, you know, I'm trying to think now. There's. Let me just look briefly at an editor. Hold on. Let me because there was an option. Which is kind of strange because under the Create button, let me think, in the video editor, no, you can't, because there's actually an option in that for ad-supported music, and even lists, do you want me to show it? It doesn't let you upload your own music, but it lists some popular music that you can maybe use. I'm just going to show this really quickly. There's my. So here, let me go back to. Sorry about that. So in the video audio library, it says add supported music. This is for popular music. So say Shake It Off with Taylor Swift. If you click on this, it says you can use this song. It's viewable everywhere except Germany, but you can't monetize it in your video. So they're saying you can use these songs as long as you're not monetizing it, but they don't give you access to them. This doesn't give you it. It's just listing them. So you have to go somewhere else and find it, and then, but then even then you have to edit it in something like WeVideo to add it to your music. You can't upload music here. But also, what I also like is there's sound effects here, and there's thousands of free music that you could download and put into your WeVideo. So here's the download, and you can also download sound effects that they offer, like baby whining car door. So it's very strange that it offers that, but you can't upload music. So anyway.
Well, that's another reason that WeVideo would be an option as you get more advanced with your techniques for video production. And speaking of more advanced, the educational version of WeVideo does provide some great options too for a small fee. And I know that when I was skeptical at first, and when I looked at the options that $5 a year could get me, I thought to myself, that's half the price of the poster board I buy my students for their presentations. And so I think that are worth a look at as you progress along all the different types of videos you want to make. You might want to check into the WeVideo for Education, which has green screen and all kinds of features, including a teacher dashboard.
Yeah. And also, what I like about it has a collaborative features where you can, as an instructor, you could see all your students in one dashboard, but they can also collaborate on a project, which is kind of. So
we
anyway.
always know that students run out of time when they're working with video, especially like picking music out and stuff like that. So if they're really motivated by the class period, they'll go home and they'll work on it if it's in the clouds and they can collaborate together.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Were there some? Oh, actually, I think we should probably mention there are other tools for creating videos in 5 minutes. We are almost out of time, so we're not going to be able to show them all. But I'm going to share my screen for 1 second to mention that our colleague. Can you see my screen now?
It's black. Oh, there it is. I see it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That our colleague Jennifer Roberge put together 2 fantastic videos on using MoveNote, which used a lot with elementary teachers, and Snagit. So we'll add those to the show notes. They'll be higher quality if you click on the link than if we tried to stream them to this Hangout. But kudos and a shout out to Jen Roberts from Colchester School for putting that together. And if you are not a member of Vermont GEG, you'll definitely want to join. We're almost up to 200 members, so let's get it over 200 this week or this year. And I'll put the link to that in the show notes or the Hangout on Air notes.
Cool. Yeah, I think it would be nice.
Lisa, did you want to mention?
Well, I was just going to say, if people join that GEG community Vermont, then post ideas for future Hangouts and events that we could have. And if we're looking for participants as well, shouldn't just be us. I think all of us, you all have something to share. I think it'd be great.
Well, we're on the hour.
Yeah.
Kelly, thank you so much for sharing the view from your office, sharing all your tips with teachers and your own personal use of these tools.
Definitely. Thank you so much for having me. It was fun to present today.
Great. Great. Thanks, Lucy and Kelly. I look forward to doing this again. It's been fun.
If anybody else wants to join us, join that community and give us some ideas for what you'd like to see, or from both being on the panel or like to share or see other people share.
Yeah. All right. Bye, everyone.